So today on,
I have cash now and I need a structured settlement.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Damien. Or D. Who am I today?
I'm Rebecca.
That am I Jenny from the block? Um
Let me see that stress ball.
so that's actually um I am I am horribly horrible about that because I do have like a different persona for each fake name that I use. I am very much Roger in the sense that I know who I am, but I am a lot of people.
Lucky you get to control them.
Who what makes you think I'm in control? I'm just running around in Once Human as Laura Vanderboobin with my big old jiggly titties.
you, the titties you set at maximum size.
I set them at maximum size because they make the shirt look better.
Right.
And then so so I'm really happy with the latest update because before they were pretty static and now if I jump up and down, they bounce. And that's just amazing to me.
I see.
Um a lot of video games don't put that much thought into the physics of a titty.
Some do, and you can really tell what they were thinking. Like Dead or Alive, I think is the main example.
Well, because I'm a millennial, so I grew up with like an abundance of video game titties, starting with Laura Croft, who like they didn't move, but they were there,
Yeah, she just had the pyramids of Giza on her chest.
and now like so all of the work, like imagine just being the game dev on the team, and like your whole job is just making sure that the physics of them titties is correct.
Can you imagine a character model skin stretching, but just with the titties?
No, I can't.
Like, when the models glitch out and they like split in half and stretch out and they have the skin stretched in between them?
Oh yeah, it'd be like that one meme of the "Don't have a rack attack" or "Calm your tits," and then in the GIF, it's like the next one is just like the titties going everywhere. Like that. It'd be like "Turn down for what?" Uh,
So, yeah, my point is game developers put more effort into making sure the tits don't glitch out rather than the character skins.
well, and I mean, like I I play as a female character because all of the outfits are so much better. Like all of the skins in Once Human, I love all of them. They're great. But the ones for dudes are all, just like basic dude. Like that's why I'm so upset that I'm not trans.
Yeah, give my character some juicy booty shorts.
There are not enough games with juicy booty shorts for dudes.
Yeah.
Like the only game in my head that you can do like kind of lewd dude stuff is Second Life. And that's not exactly a game. That's, like dress up with with voices.
Second Life and Roblox should merge.
I do not think Second Life and Roblox should merge.
All the activities from Roblox, but all the Second Life from Second Life.
I don't because there are children that play Roblox, and the things that I do and talk about in Second Life are not okay for children to hear.
Same. The things I do and talk about in Second Life are not okay for adults to hear.
I like you got to realize like in this podcast, I hold myself back. Okay? I have some of the like most horrible inappropriate thought. I spend time on Reddit. And before that, I spent time on 4chan, okay? The, the things in this head are like if I told our psychiatrist some of the stuff in my head, I would get a grippy shock vacation for life.
Oh no, he's going to listen to this.
That's fine because I'm just alluding to the things in here. I'm not actually talking about them.
But he's going to pry with the crowbar.
I mean, it's his job to pry with a crowbar into the things that are in my head. But uh, unfortunately for him, I'm autistic, so I control everything that comes out of my mouth. That's a lie. I have no fucking control over what comes out of my mouth. I am a very if I think it, I'm gonna say it person.
I see.
It's just like at work when somebody's wearing something that they really shouldn't be. I'm sitting in a meeting and I'm just like, did Joe Titties have to come to the meeting too? Why are they making direct eye contact with me? If you sneeze, they's about to pop out.
Hmm.
If they can come to the meeting, I should be able to say something about it. I'm a walking HR nightmare. At my last company, my boss very specifically held off on like hiring an HR firm or an HR person just because of me.
I think you do modulate based on what you know you can get away with.
I do, yes, because like right now, not today, but when I'm at work, I will walk into my boss's office and say some stuff that I know is very inappropriate, but he will find hilarious. Um, I am very bad about saying the quiet part out loud.
Hmm.
Like I've definitely said to my black coworker, like, "Hey, I'm I'm Asian, so it is only racist if I use a hard R, right?" And he thought this was hilarious. And I'm autistic, so I was probably like very seriously asking the question at the time because I wasn't sure. Okay, what was the last thing we were talking about before we edited out all of that crap that the normal podcast listeners don't get to hear?
You were talking to your boss.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I do. I over the years I have actually developed the ability to like kind of pull back on some stuff, but I do still test the waters and I will say stuff that I think I can get away with to see if I can. And then we build on that and it gets worse over time
Hmm.
because I don't and it's probably the autism, but I don't understand like the polite conversation and stuff that like should be taboo. I understand like not talking about politics because it's very divisive and, people get all up in their feels about like stuff that they are very wrong about,
Yeah.
especially when I explain to them exactly why they're wrong about those things. But that's not the point. I'm autistic. You're wrong. Here's some facts. I made a fucking PowerPoint. Sit your ass down. Maybe we should just leave that in then. See, because I want to, we were watching that little thing on TikTok, and I kind of want to test that theory on how to avoid avoid the R slur, or not the R slur, the R word for when you drop the soap in jail.
Mhm.
You reach back and you grab the leg, and then you pull, and then you turn it around on them.
Right.
Because I mean, it's not something I would do, but also like jail rules are different than real life rules.
It's along the lines of if you're going to do it to me, I'm going to do it to you.
That's like what was that? The Stanford prison experiment where you find out like how horrible uh white people really are because they've repeated that experiment a couple times, but since the first experiment, it was just a big old group of white guys, and they haven't been able to recreate the result because they have not repeated it with just a group of white guys.
I see. I haven't heard about those other experiments.
Oh my god, yeah. So there's a whole pile of information, and I'm not like always the best at collating and understanding data, but the the infographic that I read was pretty clear about like the repeats of the experiment and that white men are just
You're sounding a little anti-white.
I'm not anti-white. Obviously, I'm not. I married a white guy and like I have white friends, but I just like mm, most of the people that are trying to take away my rights are white people.
Yeah.
And
Except for that weird schizophrenic black guy. I think his name's Uncle Ruckus. No, wait, it's Kanye. You almost die.
I almost died because I was vaping, and you can't say stuff like that when I'm vaping because I have the weak lungs because of I just found out I have lupus. So now we're gonna make that a thing. So you can't. I mean, the similarities to those two characters are. I wonder if he based his whole public persona on that now. Because you, this just may be me being the like generally logical person that I. So I can't. it might just be like the very logical person that I tend to be. But I can't imagine like just walking around with that being my personality. Like I there as much as I understand and advocate for people with mental illness because I have a husband with a mental illness. Um that's just like somebody needs to like take care of him.
Yeah.
Not like in a murdery kind of way, like somebody needs to like put him somewhere for his own safety.
Yeah. Brittany got committed for less.
Yeah, Brittany got committed for less. And she like, you know, that's the thing was that like her whole life up to that point had just been like people trying to control her. Ain't nobody ever tried to control Kanye the way they tried to control Britney.
Well, he's trying to make it so people can control him.
That's not you know, today on listeners in this 3-part series we'll be talking about Kanye and Britney. um
We don't have that much content.
you want me to come up with some Kanye Britney content? I will.
Kanye tent.
Kanye tent. That sounds I'm not going in the Kanye tent. That sounds like asking for problems that I don't need.
Right.
And I know I ask for a lot of problems that I don't need, but that's walking into it.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like going into the Diddy pool.
Why does it smell like pee?
That's not chlorine you're smelling. Did you know that
Are we going to talk about how everyone loves the way that the Disneyland water smells and it's because they don't use chlorine, they use that other chemical?
no.
Okay.
Did you know that the stereotypical chlorine smell that you smell at pools isn't the chlorine? The
It's the
urine.
pee, yeah.
Yeah, it's the pee interacting with the water.
That's why if you have like a your own pool, it doesn't smell like a public pool, and that's why I won't go in a public pool.
Right. I haven't been in a public pool for 85 years.
I also won't go in lakes, the ocean, rivers, my friends' pools. If they smell like that.
Well, I don't like to go into like mud lakes, but I'll go into the ocean.
I won't go into the ocean because I read about the dolphin pussy juice thing, and I'm the kind of person that wants to, test that theory.
It's fake.
I like dolphins.
You can't eat the train.
Today on Sick Sad World, can your dog eat a train?
The
Choo
answer might surprise you.
Choo Choo Chihuahua coming up next. Um, fuck, what was I talking about? The dolphin pussy juice?
Yeah.
Because according to science, dolphins can consent. So fuck, there was something so important that I wanted to talk about in this episode, and now I can't remember what it is. There's so many things that I always want to talk about in these episodes, and I'm like, hey, you should remember that.
Asking me to remember things?
And that so like and I know that I could very quickly take out my phone and like make a little note, like, hey, this is good content for the episode. But I don't have the ability to like do that.
But
Like doing stuff that makes sense. Who is that? I'm not that girl.
you are 100% that bitch.
I took a DNA test to find out. So I'm half Asian and half white. And my mom bought me the DNA test because she wanted to find out if I have the gene mutation that's going to give me Alzheimer's if I eat carbs. Shocker, I do. Do I still eat carbs? Shocker, I do. They called me and they were like, "Hey, so you're half Asian and white, but your white side is entirely too white. We don't know how that happened." And I'm like, "Do I need to take the test again?" And they were like, "No, you just should avoid fucking cousins because apparently your ancestors did it a lot." I was like, okay, good to know. Am I as Italian as I like to think I am? And they were like, you're not. You are the boring kind of white. And I was like, why do I talk with my hands so much? And they were like, I don't know, because you're gay.
Huh.
And I was like, could you tell that from the test results? And they were like, no, we could tell that from your voice right now.
Yeah, you're 50% Asian and 80% white.
Yeah, and it's just so weird. Like, I want nothing more than to be an upper middle class white woman. And they're telling me that I could if I wanted to,
I
which is really interesting because I'm an Asian man.
don't
That's
know. I don't know what my genes are, but something along the lines of like German Amish or something.
and that's That's my dream. I don't want to be like uber wealthy because that seems super boring. I just want to be like an upper middle class white woman who's like but not the president of the HOA.
I see.
I just,
HOAs are the devil.
they are the devil. That's why I want to be in, but not the president of, because I know me and I know being the president of the HOA, that power would go to my head. But if I'm just in the HOA, I get to like pretend to feel important in my small little world, but not actually have to like make people miserable.
Also, you can fuck it up from the inside.
I do like fucking things up from the inside.
Tell that to my butthole.
Well, yeah, because I get so excited. I don't try to go aggro on your booty hole, but with the asexuality, it happens so rarely that I get excited, and that's why I go hard for 2 minutes and then it's done. Um, because like if I was still like out whoring around and like sticking my dick everywhere, uh,
You
it
didn't really stick your dick anywhere until you met me.
I know, and that's because you're special.
I'm asexual, so you
It's
needed something.
it's a challenge.
I couldn't put it in you, so you put it in me.
Well, sometimes if life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, or you say fuck these lemons, and you make exploding lemons, and you throw those lemons at your enemies. I'm Cave Johnson.
I hope you don't have any like paper cuts on your dick when you fuck those lemons.
Um, Not gonna say I'm into that, but I haven't tried it, so I don't know that I'm not.
I thought you might say that.
Well, you know, I'll try anything twice. You got to make sure that you really didn't like it the first time.
Yeah. Are lemons in season right now? They have some in the yard.
I'm. That's the glory of living in California is that we have citrus fruit in the yard like all the time. But no, no, I don't think I'm gonna go stick my dick in a lemon.
Okay.
I'm gonna extrapolate from the cantaloupe and just assume that the lemon isn't gonna be as enjoyable either. I want to do one. I shove the other one in my titties. Okay,
So you can develop memories for your memories.
my memories. You leave this part in.
No, leave that in so they know to go to Patreon and purchase our exclusive Patreon content. That
Like about my memories.
yeah,
Okay.
about the except for like the hours of just explicit raw content that we cannot put on the internet at any time. You guys get the trimmed down version, the basic kink stuff. But
Yeah, if you guys want to hear about me talk about the illegal shit, you're gonna have to like DM me. Email. You can email me at email@todayonpodcast.com.
you won't believe this one useful hack for styrofoam.
Um, so I did just get this. So I want to talk about this because I
Now I'm probably too far away.
probably we're gonna I want so that's not she's such a bitch.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's so content now.
I know. I'm just it's so because now nobody's gonna be able to hear you.
Can you hear me?
No, I can't.
Oh, are my voice waves showing up?
No, they're not. You're gonna have to talk a lot louder.
Can you dig it?
It's sock it to me time.
And I'm back.
So we just had to clip like 45 minutes of content. So it's gonna sound like we're changing topics really rapidly. We didn't. We're not. But I'm gonna
Sometimes we do.
well, I mean sometimes we do, yes. Occasionally because of the ADHD and the schizophrenia, we do change topics really rapidly to things that make no sense. Um Lorelai Gilmore's Monkey Monkey Underpants comes to mind. I know you don't watch Gilmore Girls, so I'm not gonna explain it. But basically it's just a long it's just a long monologue about like how ADHD works, but without like actually acknowledging it's ADHD. It's great. I love it because it's the fastest way to tell somebody what's going on in my fucking head. But we're gonna talk about the fact that I just got the test results back that say I have lupus and how I'm like, so the last 3 doctors I've had would only do like the very basic tests and just be like, "Oh, well, everything looks fine, so you're probably just fat." Um, which like, yeah, I get it. I'm fat. But, like the eat less and exercise more. I don't eat a lot anymore. So, it's not that. Um, I
Did you ever get that teaser out?
oh shit, no, I didn't.
Man, we suck at this.
Um, well, it's because I don't know how to edit video and it seems really hard to learn. But like I know I'm fat and I know that it's causing problems with my health, but I can't exercise more because I'm constantly fatigued and my joints hurt so bad that just like sweeping the floor makes my back and all of my joints hurt so bad that I want to cry. So let's figure out what's going on. And they never want to listen. It's always just like, oh, you're fat, lose weight, no matter what I say. So the last 3 doctors that I had would only do like the most very basic test results, and I've been tired for like a year. And it's,
Like year?
I mean, I've been tired like my whole life, but it's been getting progressively worse over the last year, as well as like the joint pain and the brain fog,
Yeah, it's been like 3 years that it's been very bad.
and maybe it has. I'm not good with time. It's all kind of slipping by at this point. But like, I live in this body, so I know like what my baseline is, and I know when things are getting worse, and things have just been getting so much worse. And so finally, unfortunately, I had to. So I don't remember if you were there with me, but finally, I just had to go in, and I kind of had to be a little bit of a Karen about it, and just be like, "Look, I don't, I don't fucking care that you don't think anything is wrong. Do the fucking tests I'm asking for because I live in this body and something is fucking wrong with it."
Hmm.
And so, so miraculously, they finally listened to me and actually did the test and fucking shocked. Oh, something's wrong. I have lupus. Like, oh, it's not just because I'm fat that my joints hurt and I'm tired and I have the mental fog and confusion and can't think anymore when I'm actually a pretty brilliant person. And the constant confusion and the all of the things. Like you run down the list, and aside from weight loss, which is one of the symptoms of lupus, aside from weight loss, all of them, all of the things. And so like this is just it frustrates me so much about medical care in America that I have a legitimate problem, and it took so much work for them to like acknowledge that problem. And what makes me even more upset is that our doctor back in Kansas, she was fat too. So like you'd think that she would have been one of the people that like understood that like as a fat person again, I know what's going on with my body, I know my baseline, I know my limits and where they should be, and so like all of these things suddenly shifting and changing, not great, not good. Like nobody tell RFK, but I take Adderall for my ADHD, and when I can take an Adderall and still feel so tired, there's there's something wrong with my body, and I need you to like, even if you don't want to acknowledge it, you need to do your fucking due diligence and check. Because in my job, if I don't do my due diligence and check things, uh, I get fired. So why are doctors allowed to walk around being like just fucking flippantly ignoring shit and not getting in trouble for it?
Right. It is part of the culture in medical science that just dismisses basically anything a larger person has to say and just attributes it to their weight.
And
It's the same way with a lot of women, you know?
this is true because you hear these stories about women with like PCOS and endometriosis, and they don't like do any of the tests or any of the checking, and then suddenly like something hor- and then suddenly something horrible happens and it finally gets fixed, and then again these women have to be like, oh, there was something fucking wrong and I knew it, and you ignored it.
Right.
Like in my job, if something is having issues, I don't just get to ignore those issues and call our server fat. Like I have to figure out what's going on.
I'm sorry your server's running slow. It's just fat.
This is fat.
32.
32. Yeah. Um, like, God, I wish I could just turn myself off and back on again. But you can turn yourself off, but you can't turn yourself back on again all the time. Sometimes it requires intervention. And I'm not, I'm not ready for the forever nap yet. Like I know, so yeah, I know we've talked about this. Scientifically, I'm very interested in death and what happens after, but that's not an experiment that I'm willing to commit to yet. It's not something that I'm going to do for the bit. Um,
Do it for the plot.
it's again, the problem is that like so I'm uh I'm a little bit Catholic. I believe in something after, uh, and so if I do it for the plot, hey, the plot continues. But if I'm not correct about there being something after, well, then that just ruins the whole plot.
Well, being Catholic, even if you are correct and you do it yourself, you will not get the right ending.
So, I mean, like Catholicism is like a big choose your own adventure thing. I'm not like a good Catholic. I'm not.
Most Christian religions say that that kind of ending will get you at best purgatory.
Yeah, I mean, like nothingness kind of sounds nice. Uh,
I mean, purgatory isn't really nothingness. It's just okay.
Yeah,
Not good. It's not bad. You just like float there.
I mean, meh sounds great at this point.
I have no strong feelings either way.
That yes, that sounds wonderful. um, but no, I'm not like so. I refer to myself as a New England Catholic. I only go to church on like Christmas and Easter. I only go to confession when I feel like I did something really bad. Um,
I haven't seen you go to confession in a long time.
that's because I don't do bad shit.
You haven't murdered any children lately?
I have not. No, so I haven't needed to go to confession. Um, so I'm not like one of the strict staunchy Catholics that like the but also we kind of I say we. A lot of this comes from like my grandma and the priest I grew up with, but we interpret the Bible a little bit differently. So, it's not like the Bible is law. It's open to a little bit of interpretation. Usually the Pope is the one that's supposed to do that, but unless he says, something very specific, you're allowed to do your own thing. Um, so, my whole interpretation is that, as long as you try to live a good life and you follow Christ's teachings, don't be a prick, you're probably going to go to heaven. Like, even if you're not a believer, if you try to lead a righteous life, you're probably going to go to heaven. That's just kind of how I try to live my life is that, like, I try to be out here, being a good person, doing the best I can for others, knowing that that's really all I need to do.
Mhm.
It's not, it's not a hard concept. And that's why I don't get how so many people don't fucking get it.
I'm a heretic, though.
Well, I know that. And that's,
There's several heretical scripts that I pull my beliefs from. Not like one in particular, just like a mishmash.
and I think that's the biggest thing about religion is that it's such a personal thing. There's no right or wrong way to do it. So a lot of these mainline Christians, I don't agree with because they tell you the right and wrong. They're assumed right and wrong way to do things. Um, so I got told that I wasn't a Christian pretty recently, actually, because as a Catholic, like I don't necessarily. Occasionally, I will pray directly to Jesus, but as a Catholic, I don't pray directly to Jesus very often unless it's very important. Um, we have a whole fucking laundry list of people that we have to go through before we get to Jesus. You pray to your guardian angel, and then you pray to your patron saint, and then you pray to the patron saint of the thing that's wrong, and then you pray to your patron saint's guardian angel, and and then you pray to the patron saint of hopeless causes after all of those people, and then finally you get to Mary, and you ask her to intercede on your behalf, and then finally finally you get to Jesus. You know, you're not. It's like you're not calling the president. You're not calling like the CEO of Google every time you have an issue. You got to go through like the help desk and a couple managers first. But I was told that I wasn't a Christian because I don't pray to Jesus. And the thing is, yeah, I do. But like, it's like if I leave a message on the answering machine for your mom, uh, that message isn't for you, and it's not for the answering machine. It's for your mom. You're just, or if I leave a message with your secretary, I wasn't leaving that. I wasn't. That message isn't for your secretary. It's for you. I'm just asking her to bring it to you because I know that you probably have busy and more important things to be dealing with. You're in charge of the entire company. The company being like all of the things. But so yeah, I've had people go so far as to be like, "Oh, you're like you're actually you're praying to Satan," and I'm like, "Hold the fuck up!
Hmm.
Hold the fuck up! You trying to tell me that the Blessed Virgin, Mother of Jesus Christ, you're comparing her directly to Satan? Get the fuck out!
Hmm.
You th- like I do, these are the things that people say to me that I just absolutely have no fucking words for. Like because in my head it's just like a level of stupidity that I can't fucking process.
So, growing up, we prayed directly to God,
Which one?
Christian God.
Which one?
I don't know. Probiotic? Pres- President? Presbyterian?
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know your grandma was Presbyterian.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure, but that sounds approximately something. I don't know.
Um,
As far as I knew, we were just Christian.
yeah. And so that's again, I don't think especially like there's a lot of Abrahamic religions. I don't think that you can necessarily tell someone religion is completely wrong. Um,
Oh, yeah. My grandma always told me to stay away from Catholics.
well,
Look at me here, married to a Catholic.
yeah, you're also gay.
Yeah, she didn't care about that, like at all.
That's, my God, that's so typical of like because I think, I think my grandma would probably like if I had married a Presbyterian uh, or an Anglican, I think she would have had a real fucking problem. Um, I don't do it right. Um, and so like the Catholic Mass is like pre-programmed into my head. Up, down, left, BA start, and then you're done with Jesus for the week. I'm sorry, I'm cracking my fucking clothes over here. It's up to you. You wanna leave it
Nobody can understand what you're saying.
there?
What? Did you just say daddy?
No, I'm dying. It's because I'm hilarious. I crack myself up. I'm so fucking funny.
So about your gibberish.
I don't know. I'm lost. Um, I did.
Is this lost?
Is this loss? Oh, the Lost comic. God, that's awful. I I was there when it happened. I was there when Lost happened. I was I was a super big fan of CAD in the early OOs, and I was so I was so invested in that storyline, and I was there when it happened. And now Lost has become a meme and nobody understands it, and I'm like, you can't understand it if you weren't there.
Yeah.
We wanted it so bad. Like we were all so happy. And then they switched from being like their normal, funny, irreverent selves to like dealing with something super serious, and it caught us all off guard. And I'm just forever traumatized by being a little kid in high school and reading my fun little comics about video games, and then all of a sudden I'm dealing with miscarriage, and it was awful.
That's why I read VG comics and concession VG cats and concession comics in high school.
Um, and well, because the other part is that like uh, I was I was a little I was like super into Buckley. Like he was just he might still be. I don't know. I actually haven't like checked on him in a while.
Is Buckley the one in Lost?
No, but well, Buckley is he was the creator,
Uh,
and he was super cute. And I mean, I got a thing for nerd boys, and obviously he was funny. This was back in the old days of like webcomics when they did like a whole blog with each panel,
mhm,
so you really got to know like a lot about his life.
mhm.
And I was just like, fuck that, um, fuck that. So and yeah, uh, where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Hero worship, fucking your heroes. Um,
Don't do it because you'll find out they're made of turd.
so there's a lot of what is that anime that you watch now about the superhero that was like actually a bad guy all along?
What?
Uh,
Invincible?
maybe. Uh, and
Think, Mark. Think.
so, but I'm trying to, uh, I, I, I have to wonder about like if I would be capable of fucking a superhero. Not because I know that I would be capable of fucking a superhero, and they probably have a lot of self control, but
Yeah.
you know, as someone who would as someone who like when I'm getting down and dirty with someone, like I want you to try to break my pelvis. Like what what am I gonna do with someone who actually could break my pelvis?
Death by snoo snoo.
Like like what happens when I say harder and like they just fucking finally just be like fuck it, fine, harder.
Shatter your spine.
Would it be worth it? Probably. Um and this is how you know that I spend too much time on Reddit is because I think about these things. And, they just seem like totally normal thoughts to me. Like, could a superhero break my pelvis? Would they break my pelvis? Would it feel good if they broke my pelvis?
No, it would not.
And I'm like, also, what if I get the one superhero that's like me and they get a little too excited and they have trouble holding back? And now I'm like 3 states over with ruptured internals and a big ass smile on my face.
In my experience of shattering 3 old ladies' pelvises, it does not feel good.
To you or the old lady?
To the old lady. By the way, I've never slept with an old lady.
Are you sure?
I've slept with like two other people.
Before me?
Yes.
You had sex with people before we ever met?
Yes.
That is so you preemptively cheated on me before you even knew I existed.
All right. We'll say that.
So you're admitting to being unfaithful before we ever met.
Yeah.
Mm. I This is how I know that we've been together for too long is because you have keyed into exactly what I'm trying to start a fight and you just will not engage. Um
Or I
like
just roll with it.
like when I'm like like as a typical and so we did get some feedback and there are quite a few people that are super happy that we're like super in touch with our feminine sides,
Mhm.
but they do want us to bring some guests on that do actually have like the female perspective
Mhm.
because as fun as I think it would be to be like dropping flap everywhere, it might not be fun to be dropping flap everywhere. So I think either next episode, maybe the episode after that, I don't know, but scheduling is a nightmare. The girlies want to do like your group podcast with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's going to be like you, me, 4 or 5 girlies, a few drinky drinks.
How are we going to get that many people around 2 microphones?
So we're gonna do it at one of the girlies' houses so that they don't all have to come here because I'm embarrassed of our house. And we're gonna
But the
bring,
dogs.
huh?
But the girlies need to meet the dogs.
The girlies can meet the dogs after I clean the house. Um, and get rid of the crazy old lady who is gonna try to like fucking force feed all of them.
Yes.
Uh, her, food that causes horrible explosive diarrhea because she has dementia, but nobody will make her stop cooking. And I just don't have the time for that.
The last, well, first one was her. She fed us burgers on moldy buns, but she never gets rid of bread.
Because she's 90 million years old and doesn't understand like health code. But so we're gonna go to one of the girlies' houses. We're gonna bring the microphones, which is why I have to figure out how to do multi-channel, multi-mic recording.
These are these just monodirectional? Whatever it's called?
These two, yes, are the cardioid mics. So they only record in like a 110-degree window facing forward. The other two,
Oh yeah, we can use the other two, can't
yeah, the other two will switch back and forth between like cardioid and omnidirectional. But I think with the four mics, um, we'll probably stick with the cardioid and just have people
like two people around each.
two people for each mic. So you and me will share a mic. We'll get two of the girlies on, that way we get good audio. But yeah, so we're gonna try to do a guest episode with the girlies. It's probably gonna be fucking unhinged.
I love guest episodes.
Um, oh shit! But what were we talking to? We should go back to that because I don't think we got closure on that, and the audience is gonna be mad.
Was it about jizz? No, superheroes.
Superheroes.
So,
I feel like we moved on from that.
well, you had shattered your hips 2 states over, and then I talked about shattering some old lady's hips, and then you asked if I cheated on you before we met.
Oh yeah, we were talking about how you just like either roll with it or don't engage when I'm trying to start a fight anymore.
Yeah.
And like, so as the girly that I am, obviously I wait until just before you fall asleep to ask you a question that's clearly a trap, and somehow your brain has adapted to that, and you like, because like last night, just I did my usual like, would you still love me if I was a worm? And do you remember? Do you remember what you said?
I don't.
You said, okay, so this is why I like asking you questions when you're half asleep because you can't lie to me and you don't remember. Um, but you said, um, if I knew it was you as a worm, I would still love you. And then I tried to trap you and I was like, so you're saying that you might not know if it was me if I was a worm? And you were like, well, because most worms look the same to me. And then I was like, oh, so you're saying that all worms look the same? And you didn't engage. You just kind of were like, well, I'm not a scientist, so. And you went on like this little explanation that I had no way of like making this into a fight because it was well thought out, and you were half asleep when you did this.
Interesting.
So like, yeah, I don't. It's become part of your brain's function to like disarm me. And I'm not saying that like I go around trying to start fights with you, but sometimes I want to be left alone. And that's just the fastest way to make you.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, but you were breathing.
So,
I
some
wanted to
people
jerk it, and you were breathing.
can only drink it when I'm not breathing.
Yes, that's why I took up necromancy.
So, some people might be a little upset that you called Invincible an anime. Also,
What?
Invincible. It's the show where everybody's wrong.
I love anime. Like, I'm super into that one anime, Rick and Morty. It's like so good.
That doesn't work that well anymore now that there's an anime Rick and Morty.
They made another Rick and Morty. Oh my god! It's it's like it's like that one anime. What? It's the one that everyone says is the best anime ever. It's better than all the other anime. Um, what is it? Dragon fucker, dragon sucker.
Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, yeah. Oh my
Dragon
god.
Ball Z.
I've never watched it because it
I was
just
gonna say Shin-chan.
oh my god, I love Shin Chan. That's like the best anime ever.
That one actually is an anime.
The anime and jokes are so good. It's like I don't understand why all anime isn't like that. It's the best. Um Oh, do you remember the look on my friend's face at his birthday party when we were talking about what is that what is the one that he's into? I bought him that like super expensive model kit. Uh
Gundam.
Gundam. Okay.
Well, mech mech anime, but
Yeah. So, but he I don't think he's into like all mech anime. I think he's really into Gundam. So, I know enough about anime to know what pisses people off. So, when we were in his office vaping, and then when we came out, and I was like, "So which one's Big O?" And the look on his face, he was just absolutely shattered.
and then you went on to what's that box under your TV with an X on it?
Oh yeah, what's that box with an X on it? Is that like a router or something? Like what? And I love him to death, but he's picking up on it slowly. But
He
he's
took it
not.
so seriously.
He did. He took it so seriously because he's not quite there yet with the like when I'm intentionally being obtuse. So he. Why did you turn it on?
Because I wanted to feel the vibration.
But so he's super hot. We haven't dear God, is he hot? I would ruin him. Um, he would not fucking survive. Um, he's so he hasn't quite spent enough time with me like in person yet to start to understand the when I'm being irreverent or being like intentionally obtuse. So as I'm talking to him about this like XE box, uh, he thinks I'm being serious the whole time. So and he he works in IT. He knows I also work in IT, and I know what an Xbox is. So you know me going. So wait, it's a X Xbox Y YXY box. Is it like computers? Is it like what does it do? What? And he's trying to like and so I So I'm going through all of this, and he's actually trying to explain what the fucking Xbox is to me. Um, which, you know, fine. I but he thought I was being serious. And it's so sweet because he didn't actually try to like mansplain what an Xbox was. He just kind of tried to like gently hold my hand and explain what video games are, knowing that I play video games. I was because at one point I did like so like what's a video game? Is that like is that like pop-up video on MTV? And that's date that's a definitely something that's gonna date me is bringing up pop-up video on MTV. Um, but no, he like tried to hold my hand and explain what a video game was, knowing that I fucking play video games.
It's like Pong and Frogger.
So like you have to try to cross the river as a frog.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the Xbox.
So like this is fun to like crossing the river is fun.
Maybe 30 years ago.
But okay, so like what is that game that you're playing now? With the dog in it and you have to like try to build a society and that's fun?
But
What? So like you have to like gather things? Like you're gathering like couldn't you gather things like IRL?
I don't have the physique to carry 50 logs in my pocket.
Like BRBTTYL? Like AOL, OMG, D- DTF,
DP?
ASL?
DP?
Um Oh, I haven't heard ASL in a while.
People on the Snapchat use it because adults on Snapchat are really interested in people's age.
Um, It's because Snapchat is gross, and it's for people that are trying to do inappropriate things with people that are not the appropriate age for doing those inappropriate things with.
Right.
And I don't have social media because I'm an adult.
Reddit is like semi social media.
I mean, so coming from the old days of like BBSs and 4chan and stuff like that, I don't necessarily consider like message boards the same as social media
That's why I said semi.
because you know on Facebook, which I don't use anymore, I actually deleted my Facebook. On Facebook, all you can do is like something or ignore it. So, if people are being stupid or saying things that are all you can do is ignore it. On Reddit, they have downvotes. So, if you're going to say something stupid, we are going to hold you accountable to that stupidity.
And it actually matters.
Like, imagine, and this is where because Google is free. So I can't imagine being like so confidently wrong and saying something with my whole chest and both boobs and like having hundreds and hundreds of people tell me I am wrong. Here is the data why I am wrong. And then like sticking to my guns and doubling down.
But on Reddit, if you lose too much karma, you can't post in your favorite subreddits anymore.
I know, and that's why whenever I'm on Reddit and I'm trying to say something, I make sure that I am as factually correct as I can be. And I've been corrected a couple times, but not to the point that like I have gotten a bajillion downvotes. Because again, I Google is free. So I don't say things that are so confidently wrong. And I definitely don't say them with my whole chest and both boobs.
Hmm.
I'll say it with like my whole chest and half. We're at an hour and 30, so we should probably. My water bottle was in front of the timer, so I didn't know that we got to the point where we should stop talking.
Well, do we have any topics to wrap up?
I have no idea what we talked about, Aaron. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. You wanna finish up your views on anime?
No, I've been reading. I've I don't have views on anime. I don't watch TV. I have ADHD. I've been like I haven't even been paying attention to our podcast. I've been sitting here reading a Wattpad the whole time.
So that's the news.
Episode 4. We like big ruts, and we cannot lie.
Big what?
Ruts.
Ruts?
Yeah, like we're stuck in a rut because we keep talking about the same shit.
Oh yeah. 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 I like big mutts. Uh
Did we flirt with each other in this episode enough?
uh
Are people going to be mad that we didn't flirt enough? Should we
we
flirt some more?
we flirted like a minimal amount. Like it was there, but hey, sexy.
How you do it? I think Patreon is going to get a lot more than they bargained for.
Yeah.
Like people are probably already getting a lot more than they bargained for with this podcast.
Yes.
Um, Patreon, who is listening to this part, they're getting a lot more than they bargained for.
Yes.
Because like the podcast actually ended 2 minutes ago. This is all the bonus content.
Yeah.
And
We didn't say bye yet though.
oh, okay. Um, well, thanks everyone. That was the Today On podcast. I'm Damien.
I'm Aaron.
Visit us on patreon.com/Today On podcast. Or it could just be Today On. I don't know. Website www.todayonpodcast.com.
You'll find links somewhere.
Somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. You can't Google it because it brings you to the Today Show, and I didn't think it through like a whole lot when I picked our domain. But whatever. Have the day you deserve. Bye.
Bye.